2025 has ended. You know what that means? Means it's time for another Bias Awards. By the way, how come no one has told me I spelled bias wrong? I had 140 views and no one told me. Heck, my friends didn't tell me. My life coach didn't tell me. This has been up for almost a year now. Anyway, back to the award show thingamabobber tanager, Felicianin. Now, how this award show works is, I'm the only voter in this show. I'm the one who decides who wins Blink of the Year. Yeah, pretty much it's me geeking out about my favorite stuff from this year and giving awards to them, which is why it's called the Bias Awards. So, yeah. Let's get into these awards, baby! Starting with Game of the Year. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't really play a lot of games that came out this year. When it comes to games I play, I mostly play ones that came out years before. So I normally don't play a lot of games that come out yearly. Before I get into Game of the Year, I do want to mention two games that I played that didn't come out this year, but I did play for the first time this year. And one of them is Persona 5. I had a blast playing this game. The story was great. I enjoyed the characters and the concept. One of the villains in the game became one of my top 10 favorite villains in gaming. It was a very fun game to waste my time with, and it helped me bond with one of my coworkers who recommended it to me. So it was cool to geek out about the game with her. I also got into the Danganronpa series, and I'm obsessed with it, even though it's depressing, and sometimes I need a break from every game I play. Well, not the first one, but the second and third one I needed to break from. And I played the spin-offs, just the main three, because I heard Ultimate Despair Girl has like these themes that would make me very uncomfortable, and the summer camp game I heard was boring. Anyway, out of the three games, two I think is the best. The first one was a good way to start the series, but compared to the others, the plot is okay. The concept is cool, but as much as I do like the characters in the first one, the other characters in the other ones are better. V3 was more emotional, like I cried more times than the others, and the character designs are awesome, but the twist at the end ruined the entire plot for me, because it was a trope that I just despised. I think 2 is the best because the characters are great, the setting is cool, Nagito is the best antagonist in the series. The twist at the end is absolute cinema. It also has best girl, Chiaki, and, also Akane. Two of the best girls in the series. Okay, Kayade is cool too, and Maki, and Hina, and Kyoko, and Miyu. Oh, and I can't forget about Peko too, she's awesome. But I think Chiaki and Akane are my two favorites. Oh, also there's Kurumi. Kurumi's cool. Hiyoko. You know what? There's a lot of best girls in this series, okay? Now that we got those two games out of the way, let's get into Game of the Year. And the Game of the Year is Donkey Kong Bonanza! The game was very satisfying to play when it comes to destroying the environment. I also really like Donkey Kong's character in this game. He's very expressive in it. Also, King K. Rool's return? That's cool. That's awesome. I told you I didn't play a lot of the games that came out this year. I only played that game, Mario Kart World, Dispatch, and Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4, so I picked Donkey Kong, okay? Movie of the Year! I'm gonna be honest, I only watched one movie that came out this year, so I didn't know if I wanted to discuss it in this video, but it was a good movie, so why not? I do want to talk about two movies that came out last year that I watched for the first time this year. And one of them is Wild Robot, which was a pretty good one. It was a pretty simple story, and it got me into the feels. I'm not gonna lie. I also watched Flow, which was an interesting concept for a movie. I really like visual storytelling, so it was definitely right up my alley. But I will say it was a bit slow at times, but other than that, it was kind of relaxing, except for the suspenseful moments. And now the movie I only watched that came out in 2025 that gets a movie a year for that reason is K-Pop Demon Hunters. This movie is so fun. It's not groundbreaking, and the plot is, alright, but it was fun to watch. It was fun. The characters are great, the animation is top-notch with expressions, and as much as I do think the plot is not the best, the concept is fun. I just love that the plot is, in order to fight demons away, the girls have to do concerts for the fans to spread their love for them to get the demons away. So the demons decide to fight fire with fire by making a boy band. I love it. It's so good. So yeah, that's movie of the year. I'm a big One Piece fan, so might as well have the One Piece moment of the year in this video, both the anime and the manga. Let's start with the anime. There were a lot of good Luffy moments, like when he flattens both Saturn and Kizaru and twirls them like a pizza dough. The Gorosei's introduction to their yokai forms was awesome. The first Joy Boy flashback we've gotten in this series. Vegapunk's speech to the world. There was a lot of cool moments this year in the anime. But I have to go with the last scene of Kuma's flashback because it was such a beautiful scene. Sad, but beautiful. Like what Vegapunk says, the scene with him running, Kuma's last words before losing his humanity, and of course Bonnie sobbing. It's so good. I love Kuma. I really do. Best anime, I'm calling it. As for the manga, the scene where Rox is in Imu's garden and the narration saying that he's the first and last person to enter there, and what he says to Imu was, "I'll be back right here." And just how they both look at each other, it's so epic. I know he doesn't come back to that garden, but it's still an awesome scene. Speaking of that scene, let me get to the next award, which is Villain of the Year, and I have to give it to the legendary pirate Rox D. Zebek. Now, for those of you who have kept up with the manga are probably thinking, he's not a villain. He cares for his wife and child, and he has so much honor and respect. Yeah, but he also did piratey things and beat up a child. He's a villain. The way they hyped up this character for years, I literally thought that even though he would be a cool character, I would probably have disrespect for him. And he came out the way I just didn't expect him to. Like, I expected him to be, you know, how pirates are, at least the way Blackbeard is. But he's very complex. I really like his relationship with King Harald. I like how he respected him even when he betrayed him. I really like that he's not a deadbeat dad and he actually cared about Teach. I did not expect to feel sad for him. Again, I thought he was going to be this guy that would make me root for Roger and Garp to take him down, but no, his death was actually sad, especially since he died in a very disrespectful way. Like, Garp and Roger did so much to defeat him, and Garling was the one that took the final blow by just stabbing him since he couldn't move. I hate Garling so much. You know, he's getting a horrible person of the year. Also, a Glasscar from Drama Queen. These two guys have got to go. So yeah, Rox D. Zebek is Villain of the Year. Alright, now on to the Manga of the Year, which is Drama Queen. I'm a little sad that this series got into controversy because I think some people criticize it seems way too quick before giving it a chance, but also I'm kind of happy that it got controversy because I wouldn't have known about it if it didn't. I find the premise interesting, it's weird and messed up. I didn't like Kitami at first because I thought he was generic, but as the series goes on, I'm starting to appreciate him more because of how complex he is. I used to like Nanamoto, but now I hate her guts. She's probably like my second least favorite. She's so awful. My favorite character has to be either Backbone or Lily. Backbone is a character that I relate to the most because of how she struggles with self-hate and likes to listen to horrible people on the news to feel good about herself. Lily is this alien that starts off being like pretty cool and chill to being like a freaking psychopath, which made me like him more for some reason. Also, hot take. Lally did not deserve what happened to him. I don't care that he's an alien that gets special treatment. Blame the game, not the player. Just because you live in a luxurious life doesn't mean you are cured from depression. Sorry, I just had to rant about that because I saw so many people happy about what happened to him, and I just had to get that out. Anyway, I've been really enjoying this series, and if you're into weird, messed up themes in manga, I recommend giving it a try. So yeah, that is Manga of the Year. Now on to Animated Series of the Year. I haven't watched a lot of shows this year. I watched the pilot of Gaslight District, which looked promising. Pacing was too fast, but promising. Digital Circus was pretty good this year, but it already got an award, so I'm going to be a bit fair here. I'm giving this to Season 3 of Smiling Friends. I really love this show. It's just my type of weird humor. I've been a big fan of Zach Hadel ever since he was in Only Plays. I really love his sense of humor. This might be a bit nitpicky, but I've noticed a lot of adult cartoons are kind of nihilistic and negative when it comes to jokes, and I like that Smiling Friends isn't really like that. Like, yeah, it's got some dark humor and messed up stuff in it, but it's so ridiculous that I don't see it as negative and more like shock value type of humor. My favorite thing about this show is just when the characters just start talking in a realistic way. Just seeing these goofy characters talking like normal people is so funny to me. If you're into super weird humor, I recommend this cartoon. It's really funny. Now on to VTuber of the Year. Before I bring up the VTuber, here are a few honorable mentions. Sora, cute design, love her laugh. Mari, also cute design, very cozy streamer, love her voice. It's very soothing.
Hi. I'm Mari. Hope you're having a good day, and I hope this video makes today just a little bit better.
Maydon, interesting design, especially the ears. I love how her voice is both unique and dorky. Maro, very goofy design, also pretty cozy as well.
Oh. I mean, it's kind of, right? Someone wants to buy me a drink, huh? I'm fluffy now. A fluffy cat is probably the thing people want to see the most, huh? Huh?
Nicolina. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. The cutest. It's cute, man. And finally, Chiridoki's mom. And this clip says it all.
Bye, babies. Goodbye, chat daddy.
Stop saying that, Puggy!
Oh, how could I forget about Nimi and Saba? How did I forget about Saba? What's wrong with me? Nimi's like adorable. She's so adorable. She's very precious. Saba's also cute. The person behind the VTuber was originally Gura, and I think Saba's a better persona for her than Gura. Oh, I just realized there are other 2 videos I haven't mentioned. Dang, there's a lot of them. Banana Juju, how can I forget? Very unique voice, a really nice design. And now finally for real this time, Dipper Dog. I love her design. Her reactions are cute. I just remember Saffron. Okay, that's it. Saffron, the last one. I love her voice. That's it. That's all you're getting. I'm sorry, but I have to move on. Now, we get to VTuber of the year, and frankly, I decided to give it to 2 VTubers because I couldn't decide on which one. Starting with one that was in the honorable mentions last year, and that's Rosie Bell Moo. I really enjoy her personality. I like how her voice is both goofy and cute at the same time. I love watching her reactions to JonTron videos and Cyanide Happiness. Her laugh is very contagious. Also, her model just adds more charm to her streams. You know that feeling when you see something cute? That's how Rosie makes me feel. I'm like, she's so cute. Oh, look at her face. She's making that. Oh my god, no! Explosion. By the way, as I'm writing this part of the video, it's my birthday today, and Rosie said happy birthday to me today. Well, not as I'm recording this. I'm recording this about 2 days after. But as I was writing this, it was my birthday. While that was cool, I actually feel kind of bad because it was during her stream when she was still recovering from surgery. So I wanted to tell her that I hope she was doing well while telling her that it was my birthday. I hope it didn't come out wrong because I was genuine about what I said while also not wanting to look like an asshole just to randomly say it was my birthday while she was talking about her surgery. It might not be a big deal, but if you see my last video, you know I overthink way too much. Anyway, that's Rosie. Now on to another VTuber that I want to give this award to, and that's Scoo-chan. First of all, love her model, very cute. I also like her voice, and her accent adds more charm to it. I'm not much of a fan of ASMR, but I did watch one of her ASMR streams, and I was like, alright, nice. This is nice. Granted, she was being silly with it, and it was cute the way she did it. I really like her personality and just the way she greets her fans every time they join her stream. It's cute. I've said cute so many times already, but I can't think of another word other than that. I also like her social commentary on things. She does sound like she's genuine on her point of view, and it's a good reminder to know that there are women that do see good in men. I know that there are women out there that just act like they care to get views, but I don't think every woman is like that, and I don't think Skew is one of those women, especially since her and her chat have disagreements sometimes. I also find it funny that she sims for Shoe and Head, but like, who could blame her, you know? She was awesome, even if you don't agree with her. Anyway, that's the VTubers of the year. Oh, another honorable mention, Krilly. Oh, okay, I'm done. Next is Best Boy of the Year, pretty much my favorite male character this year. This one was hard because there were a lot of good characters this year. There was Tina from Deltarune. I liked his design and thought he was funny. I also really liked the Family Feud memes that people made of him. Gerson from Deltarune was a badass, awesome character. Jax has become more interesting in the latest episodes. His mask is starting to peel off, that we're starting to understand him a little bit more and why he is the way he is. He's probably the most interesting out of the others this year, but I have to give it to this character that was forced to do something tragic at the end of 2025, and that is the Prince of Elbaf himself, Loki from One Piece. The plot hyped him up as this terrible person that killed his dad in cold blood, and that he's a disgrace to giants. And once Luffy meets him, he sounds crazy, but Luffy acts friendly to him, and Luffy is good at insight when it comes to people, so you could tell there's more to him. Turns out in the latest chapters, he was forced to kill his father due to a deal he had that made him lose control of himself. He begged Loki to kill him in order to save Elbath, and Loki was not happy about it. I also like how Loki acts aggressive, but sometimes that's just how he expresses love for people. The fact that not only is he a cool character, but also how the last chapter of 2025 ended with being forced to kill his dad just made me want to give him the trophy for Best Boy of the Year. I mean, you deserve it, man. Your life is so tragic. Next is Best Girl of the Year. I have to give it to Susie from Deltarune, mostly because her character arc in Chapter 4 was really good. Sad, but good. I really like her character. She's very funny and can be very wholesome sometimes. I love that she cares for her friend, and just seeing how she grows in the story is heartwarming. I love her dynamic with Gerson. I think it's wholesome as well. She's just the best. Not number one best. That's Phantom. And not second best. That's Birdly. But third best. Susie's third best. And finally, the last reward of the 2025 Bias Awards, Waifu of the Year. While thinking about it, I started looking at the waifus from One Piece this year, and there were some pretty good ones. Shaki returned in Harold's flashback, and I gotta say, Boa's got some competition. Gloriosa's also cool too. And Linlin? I mean, I see why she has a lot of kids. She was hot back then. By the way, this is what she looks like now. Oda, why do you do this? Also, Ginny appeared in the anime. She's awesome too. But I started playing Zenless Zone Zero, and I decided to pick a waifu from that. And there are a bunch of them. I mean, it's a gacha game. It's to be expected. You got Evelyn, who's a badass. You got Yishwin. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I don't know. But she's cool and hot. And you got Yiharu, which she is... I'm okay. Just, she's... Anyway. Out of all the waifus that came out this year, one that almost got Waifu of the Year was Astra, because she was the first character I saw and automatically fell in love with her design. And she's a really good support character to use in combat. But then this character showed up, Ye Shiguan. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. And oh my goodness gracious, is she extremely cute. I don't know what it is about this character, but everything she does, my heart aches. I mean, look at this cute dress she wears. Look at her smile. There's also this scene in a side quest where you go to the movies with her, and she starts whispering to you during the movie, and I'm like, oh my gobble nuts. Even her whisper's too much to handle. Also, her character arc in the latest chapter was great. She's a great character. So I'm torn because Astra has been around longer than Ye Shiguan, but Ye Shiguan is more interesting than her. And I'm like, is Shiguan more best girl or waifu? It's very hard to decide. By the time I'm writing this, I have to go with... no... Fine, both. I can't decide. I'm thinking, oh, this one or this one. No, both of them get it. See, I can't even make it up in my mind. You know what? I'll give it to Astra, because once you become number one waifu, you stay number one waifu. Or, I really can't decide here. It just keeps going. So, Ye Shiguan, final answer. We're done. Astra, the trophies. You know what? The trophies, it's just going to keep going in a circle. None of them are going to get it. Okay, I just googled this now. Apparently, Astra appeared as an NPC in 2024 and became playable in early 2025. Ye Shiguan appears as an NPC in 2025 and becomes playable also in 2025. So I would give it to her. But then I realized Evelyn appeared in 2025. So it's going to Evelyn. I'm sorry, Ye Shiguan, but hey, you got the best girl of the year as well, because you at least deserve an award for something. Okay, we finally... Oh my gosh, brain, freaking decide. You know what, Shiguan? You get Honored Wife of the Year award. Evelyn still gets to keep hers, but you're keeping one of them. I gotta get out of here before I start changing my mind. You know what, as I'm recording this, Ye Shiguan, you're getting Wife of the Year. That's it. That's the final decision. I'm not making any more else. Evelyn, you'll keep... I guess Evelyn could keep hers. Fine. But Ye Shiguan, you get number one. Okay, now we are finally done with that. I am so sorry. This was not entirely scripted. This was literally on my mind while I was writing the script. You know, I said that was the final one, but I might as well have a husband of the year. And originally I was going to give it to Shiguan's brother, but then I remember Hugo, and I'm going to give it to him because he's cool. Alright, we're finally done with this award show. This one is definitely longer than the last one, but I enjoy making videos like this. It lets me share my interest and also show you how much of a weirdo I am. Anyway, that's the video. Thanks for watching. Let me know down in the comments who or what you would give these awards to. Also, how was 2025 for you? For me, it was alright. It started off sad, then there was an awkward thing that happened. There was a goal I wanted to reach and I didn't achieve it. maybe this year I will. It's possible. Then I felt some things I worked on myself got a little worse, and September was not a good month for my depression. Anyway, that's it. Video out of order, or video ending now.